Welcome back. In the previous part, we sorted out a few quests around Bereahard while we were doing the rounds, but we didn't finish the rounds, so let's see about doing that. Have you heard of the Noble Alliance's latest victory? This war should be over relatively soon if they keep this up. The future is looking brighter already. I'm still not too fond of all the armed soldiers throughout the city, however. I suppose it's a necessary evil with circumstances as they are. Well, it's pleasing to know that the war is proceeding along so smoothly. All we can do for now is hope that it was resolved relatively soon. Yeah. My brother went to Heimdall with the other Noble Alliance troops. Yes, hoping he can make a name for himself. I mean, coming from someone who doesn't have a name, my father purchased 2 brand new mines recently. What, like landmines? May the Noble Alliance continue to dominate this war. And you're gonna need more than 2 landmines. Oh, how exciting it'll be to see them finally bring it to a close. Yeah, good luck. It's fantastic to hear how well they're doing. Granted, Duke Abrea seems rather frustrated that Duke Cayenne continues to outclass him. I have to question why he feels that way when Lord Rufus has been piling success upon success. Internal conflicts. I've heard that our domination over the Imperial Army is entirely due to Lord Rufus's guidance. He certainly is doing us proud. Indeed he is. Woof woof. I see how it is. I'm inside the chair. Have you heard about our domination over the Imperial Army? Simply splendid. They talked big about their military might, but look at them now. Commoners can be so amusing. To think some of them genuinely believe they could match our valiant soldiers. Have you heard? Yes, I heard. You just spoke about it, mate. Could you say anything else? You've said that several times now. This is quite distressing. Could one expect any less with General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius working together with Lord Rufus? Perhaps the bigger question is, who will have the pleasure of crushing the 4th Division once and for all? Duke Abrea is rather intent on taking that glory for himself, too, so I simply cannot wait for the outcome. How about a little bet then, my friend? I, for one, believe that General Le Guin and her troops will prove victorious. Oh, please. Where's the fun in that? At least bet on a more likely outcome to keep things interesting. Yeah, I suspect it was going to be the same. I didn't know if it was going to go on about the bet a bit more. Good grief. Traveling to Heimdall to conduct business certainly has become a hassle these days. No, my biggest grievance right now is Caroline's constant bickering with his daughter. He's not the most eloquent man when it comes to expressing himself, you see. I do hope they can work things out soon. I'm hoping they'll have worked things out by the time I return. That was it? Alright. Thank you. Camera. My husband happens to be a soldier in the provincial army. He's currently stationed at Twin Dragons Bridge, too, so I imagine he must be taking an active part in the fighting. I can't help but worry for his safety every single day. I wish the Imperial Army would surrender already. It's not as if they stand a chance of winning anyway. He keeps stating in his letters that everything will be fine, but I still can't help but worry. I wish the Imperial Army would just surrender already. Ah, Daddy's such a liar. He promised he'd be home when he got time off, but he never came back. Maybe forgot about it. When's Daddy gonna come home? I'm sick of waiting. Aw, spoke to you? Dear oh dear. How do the nobles manage to be so carefree every day? All I and many of us wish for is this war to come to an end, so we may go back to living our lives in peace. I don't care about this war or the prosperity that comes with it. I suppose all I can do is pray that we may eventually return to our peaceful lives. Yes, I suppose. Let's check in with Tatiana still, though. I can't thank you enough for your help. Now we finally focus on our work. However, I find it hard to believe this was all mere coincidence. So I'll have to do everything I can to ensure that St. Veronica has no more reasons for tears. Well, good luck. No dots over there. Sister Tatiana once belonged to the upper echelons of society, but she abandoned that life in order to aid those in need. Commoners, in particular, have been relying on her during this war. Understandably so, too, considering they have far more concerns than us nobles. Her compassion truly is a beautiful thing. Sister Tatiana abandoned all she once had in order to care for the less fortunate. She truly is a wonderful person. Perhaps too wonderful. Can't help but feel pathetic in comparison. Yeah, she's putting you all to shame. I feel as if the Archbishop's sermon has instilled a sense of new hope in me, which is impressive. I was so depressed beforehand. The words of the church do seem to hold a certain power to them. I'll cast my problems aside for now and focus on today's Mass instead. Hearing the Archbishop's sermons always calms my nerves. So the best thing I can do for myself is to make the most of today's Mass. Archbishop Amon is holding Masses on a daily basis to help ease the people's fears. You should take the time to attend one too, should you have the chance. While other regions frequently require relief provided by the church, those of us in Bereahard have been far more fortunate. Of course, people here do still have their worries, so please keep things quiet for their sake. The teachings bestowed upon us by Eidos are timeless. They serve to guide us even during the harshest of times. Come, let us pray. Ugh, Mass. Someone get me out of here, quick. What's this? I sense a malicious intent towards this holy Mass. Meow. Perhaps I was simply imagining things. Now, still your minds and let us offer up our prayers to Eidos. Very, very aware of Celine. That's suspicious. Or I just heard the whispers. One of the two. One of the two. Don't worry, I do know I've not done the restaurant. Father's forbidden me from leaving the hotel. Why must he prevent me from enjoying the lively atmosphere outside? Even worse is that he was the one that dragged me here while paying his debts off. I deserve some freedom. I simply won't stand this. I need to figure out how to get someone from the boutique to come over here. But Father's in charge of paying. I won't be able to buy anything without him. What else are you planning on buying? Oh, you are all Lord Yusus's classmates, no? I'm afraid you won't find him here, however. He's been awfully busy filling in for Lord Rufus, you see. He's rarely had the time to do much else. Lord Yusus has been very busy filling in for Lord Rufus, from what I hear. There's little else we can do but wish him the best. But do make yourselves at home here. We're more than glad to house his fellow classmates. Well, thank you. Welcome to Hotel Esmeralda. While we remain open for business, we'll be subject to inspections conducted by the provincial army from time to time. Do take this into consideration before choosing to stay. Do note that there may be times where the provincial army will conduct inspections. Granted, these have become far less frequent since the start of the war. They seem to have lost interest over time. We should really get our CP back up while we're here. Did that say took it up to 200 there? 200 straight away? This truly is a swanky hotel. Yes, it did. 200. My. Oh, how stupendous. I've gotten ludicrous returns on my investments thanks to this lovely economy. Dealing in furs proved to be a solid choice this year, too. Perhaps Bereahard isn't so bad, after all. But I do believe the nobility here lack a certain taste for extravagance. Perhaps they could learn a thing or two from Le Maire. Bereahard would be perfect if it weren't for its nobility's unrefined taste. Well, it won't stop me from making a fortune here while I can. Here, count me. Master Richmond deals in fur and precious metals. He seems to have made quite the profit this year too, which is pleasing to hear. Fair enough. Any dots on the other side? Yes, 2. Hello. My father had to come to Bereahard for work again, so I decided to trek along. Admittedly, Heimdall being a rather unpleasant place to be at the moment may have had a hand in that decision. It's hard dealing with the daily protests, to be honest. Especially when they have you questioning if we nobles are truly in the right here. At least he sounds open-minded. Bereahard seems to be much livelier than Heimdall. Will this war really make things better for Erebonia? Yes, see, it's questioning. I like you, kid. I like you. Many of Kreutz's nobles have come to Bereahard to celebrate the Noble Alliance's victories. Every day is a party out on the streets, essentially. I wonder how things are going elsewhere. It's rare that we hear any news unrelated to Bereahard. You rarely hear any news unrelated to the Noble Alliance these days. Yeah, odd that. Makes me curious how things are going outside the city. It's like, yeah... It's like we're only getting a one-sided view from the, Imperial Chronicle, you know. It's very, very... propaganda, very, very... Well, there's no other way of putting it. Fake news, yeah. So that sort of thing is actually really, really true in this case. Like, stupidly true in this case. Indeed. Those of us from Heimdall are doing especially well. Granted, I can't help but feel guilty over profiting off of war. You truly are an earnest one? Not at all. I'm not but a noble who doesn't know his place. Well, I suppose work is work regardless of the circumstances. Apologies for rushing you, but I'd like my next order in as soon as possible. I have to say, nobility's buying habits have been quite impressive as of late. You'd almost forget that we're currently subject to wartime taxes if you saw how much they're willing to buy. So, you would like 40 of the 20-carat variety then? Understood. I'll have them ordered in for you soon. Oh, isn't that delightful? Good day. Today's recommendation is the sautéed calf. We can provide a number of vintage wines too, should you wish. We've increased our stock of vintage wines due to the increasing customers of nobility. But please, feel free to order whatever fits your preference. I will. Tea, please. Oh, you're Lord Yusus's classmates. Hello, Hammond. It's been a while. Would you happen to know where Yusus is, sir? As his uncle, we figured that you, of all people, would have some sort of clue. Well, I know that he's back in Bereahard and staying at the Bereahard mansion. That's as far as my knowledge extends, unfortunately. It might be worth having a look around the mansion to see if we find anything. Perhaps we should focus on gathering more information for the time being then. Lord Yusus doesn't seem to have the time to visit here, unfortunately. Terribly sorry for not being of more help. It's fine, it's fine. I've been working on some pancakes to add to our menu recently. Giving them that soft, warm texture's kind of tricky though. Yeah, how about you guys give it a shot? I'll tina all of that up. The nobles have been in high spirits ever since the war broke out. They've been coming in here for more than ever. But on the flip side, we barely get any commoners dining here anymore. I'm not entirely sure if I should be happy about this or not. Not that I'll be able to be truly happy either way until I have my beloved Appentime back. Can't believe it's over. Please come back to us soon, Misty. Life's not the same without your lovely voice. Yes. I think I'm happy not hearing her voice right now. Even though, you know, it's Lindbeck. If you didn't realize that at any point. Quite. No one is more cultured or refined than the Kreutzen nobility. Our lineage is unparalleled. Those of the Lemaire province have been making quite the fools of themselves over Jukayan being the Alliance's leader. You would think they could express their joy in a much more refined manner. Oh, quite. How I pity the nobility of the Lemaire province. They just don't seem to understand what true class is. Indulging in too much luxury is, in fact, a crass act within itself. And what better an example of that than Drukayan himself? Oh, I pitied the nobility of Lemaire's province. Class, yes. And such. Who's disappeared here because there's a meal ready? I simply can't believe that my own daughter's become this stubborn. It's all because of that commoner friend of hers, I'd say. I'll have to give her a stern scolding when she returns. I simply cannot believe that my own daughter's become this stubborn. Commoner friend of hers, I'd say. Yes. Good day. I hope you all enjoy your time here. It's not a very good day. Not a very good day at all, Greta. Right, so let's head out of here. Question is, which way do we want to go first? Do we want to head off to... Yeah, let's head off down here first, because there shouldn't be many people here in the Noble Distray. There. I'm glad we managed to finally find you. And I'm impressed at just how well Celine guided us to him. Maybe she had a similar experience in the past. Excuse me? I knew you were thick, but how would you ever come to that conclusion? Yikes, sorry. We're best off staying away from that topic. It really does seem like she's talking to them. Perhaps I'm just imagining things. Yes. Meow. Did I ever mention that I only found Bootsy last year? He was abandoned at birth. I stumbled across him shortly after. He's been with me ever since. Once again, thank you so much for finding him. Please feel free to come visit him again soon. Never realized that Bootsy was afraid of cars. I have to keep that in mind. Thank you again for finding him, and feel free to come visit him again sometime. The Provincial Army's guardhouse is just over there. It would be foolish of us to approach it now. Alright, fine. Hello, kid. Full speed ahead. Vroom, vroom. There he is. That's the one I was after, the kid who mimics cars and stuff. Full speed ahead, vroom, vroom. Quiet down, Cattell. I'm amazed at how these two never change. It even doesn't matter what's happening. Our parents decided to leave us here and return to their ruling region for the time being. They said they wanted to protect it from getting swept up in the war. I am proud of them, but it's difficult not to worry. I hope they're safe. Oh, pardon me, a lady shouldn't be acting so glum. Lord Yusus is doing his best, so I should follow his example. There's a dot over there. That's a wall. Hello. Oh, calm down. Mummy and Daddy have been away forever now. Forever, that's like a really long time. We've got a home tutor now, though. She can even play the piano. And when she does, I just have to dance. Dancing. Non-stop dancing, whoa. Never stops. It never stops. I can't stop the dancing. When I stop the dancing, it all ends. Oh, God. It's been a month since the Master and Milady set off now. I wonder how they're faring. I admit I'm not very confident in my babysitting abilities, but we luckily have a home tutor coming to watch over the children. I do hope they return soon. Home tutor we hired is apparently the daughter of one of the Master's good friends. Not to mention the children have taken quite a liking to her. She's even proficient at the piano. Truthfully, having her around in their absence is quite the relief. I do wish I could introduce you to her, but I regret to tell you she is out at the moment. Who is it? That's the question. Maybe we'll get an answer. Maybe not. Check up. Yep. We might as well take a look here. I doubt we'll find a more appropriate place to get info on Yusus, but it's far too dangerous to approach the premises. I'm afraid they would restrain us immediately if they found out we were here. Class 7 is likely to be much higher on the wanted list than the other students from Thor's. Remember our field study, Rean? The Provincial Army's guardhouse is here, so it'd be best if we avoided this area. Let's get out of here before they catch us. Oh, very well. Did I get a new... Oh yeah, I got Fluffy Pancake, didn't I?
I'll get right to work.
You get on that.
This is some... Please.
Okay, it's not you.
Sure, I'd love to. It looks really...
Okay, we need a bad one now. Sophie!
It's Fee's cooking power hour.
Indeed it is!
You can...
The iron pancake. Still need that though. But I need some shells for that.
Something wrong, Sharon?
Oh no, not at all.
What's that about? What's that about? I don't see any extra dots around. Is there someone down here? Is there an extra dot? Why'd she do that? That's... Very suspicious. Why'd she do that? I honestly don't know. Getting to see a kitten as cute as that makes me glad we're back to Bereahard. I hope it comes back. That kitten headed north after it was scared off by a passing car. Oh, what a shame too. It was such a cute little thing. I've been in a reading mood lately, so I purchased a book to satiate that desire. Unfortunately, I have so much work to take care of that I haven't even had the chance to start reading it. I'd hate for it to just sit there and collect dust, so I'm giving it to you folks instead. The book will be much happier with you. I don't think the book knows if it's happy. Anyway, the work of a maid is always the same, no matter who's winning or losing. It doesn't feel like we've been hosting a surprising number of parties lately, though. Phew. Busy. I'm grateful to have work, of course, but that doesn't change the fact that it's rather stressful. I imagine so. But of course, the common rabble could never hope to stand against the mighty Noble Alliance. We have General Gwyn and Brigadier General Bardius leading the Soldats, and Lord Rufus in charge of tactics, not to mention those ever so reliable helpers the Alliance has too. It wouldn't be long until we bring this war to an end for good. It won't be long until the Noble Alliance stamps the life out of the Imperial Army's remnants. I can assure you that we'll be waiting warmly for that day to come too. Oh, how delightful it'll be to see that detestable Chancellor's influence stamped out for good. Those radical reformers did naught but sully our beloved Empire's image. It's precisely why those of us within the noble lineage are the only ones, fit to shape its future. Yes. Yes, quite indeed. Welcome to Bereahard Airport. I'm afraid that flights have been limited due to the ongoing war. There's a war? Please note that those of noble status will be given priority boarding too. Flights seem to still be in operation due to the 5 main cities being under the Noble Alliance's rule. They're still keeping a tight leash on the airports. Nobles having priority isn't anything new though. We're about to attract some unwanted attention if we stay too long. We should leave. I'm afraid that flights have been limited due to the ongoing war. Please note that those of noble status will begin priority boarding too. I've spoken to you. Busy, yes. Oh wow, this is a surprise. They said that Bereahard's flourishing more than ever right now, but I never expected this. Well then, time to make an investment or two and watch the money roll in. Really now, why must there be so few trains these days? I was beginning to worry that we'd never make it to Bereahard. Surely the Noble Alliance should be able to do something about this. Lord Yusus finally returned to Bereahard, but he's been so busy that we've only been able to see him once. He told us not to worry, but didn't seem like his usual self at the time. Hopefully I'm just overthinking things. There's no need to worry about us. The city's been lively and our parents have been coming home early these days. Rabbi's still as attached to Lord Yusus as ever, though. Hope we get to see him again soon. Want me to read Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest for you today? Yeah. Annette's so good at reading picture books. Oh, right then. While our constant victories may please the people, it's somewhat depressing for those of us stationed here. If we're stuck on the sidelines, we lose out on the opportunity to prove ourselves in battle. Proving one's worth is the noble's way, after all. We would appreciate the opportunity to do so. Ha! Yeah, kill him! All hope isn't lost yet. Reports say that some fools in the opposition of the Noble Alliance are hiding in this area. We'll be able to make a name for ourselves if we can catch them. We can't let this opportunity slip past us. Yes. If only you could see what was right in front of you. Ah, well... Aren't you Norton from the Imperial Chronicle? Ah, you're those students from Thor's. You sure you should be out in the open like this? Because I'm pretty sure Class 7 is up there on the Alliance's wanted list. We'll be fine for the time being, at least. Well then, I figured I'd run into you all again at some point. Truth is, I'm working as a war correspondent for the Noble Alliance at the moment. As you can guess, they're making me write articles on their glorious victories and such. So they really do have a hold on the Imperial Chronicle. Well, not completely. We've got our pride as journalists, after all. We report what we have to and try to keep things non-committal when we can. I intend to use this position to find out the truth of what's happening. When I'll be able to report on it, I don't know, but one day I will. I hope you will look forward to that day coming. Of course, Norton. We may walk different paths, but they lead to the same destination. Let's ensure that we succeed. I haven't been here for long, so I'm afraid I don't have any leads on Yusus. Gotta say, though, that brother of his is scarily gifted. I interviewed him in Heimdall before coming here and just, wow. Genius doesn't even begin to describe him. He's even earned Duke Cayenne's unwavering trust. So it's no surprise that he's now the face of the Alliance. Wish I could hear more about that, but we should just focus on searching for Yusus right now. I'm with you there, Rean. I'm with you there. Right, where do we need to go in here anyway? Oh, obviously. Welcome, welcome. Our wares have been selling extremely well lately, thanks to the provincial army and the economy. It's, just a shame that the tax increase cancels out all the extra money we would have earned. I really hope this war ends soon. If not, we may end up in the red. To be honest, I don't care which side wins, just so long as this war ends soon. Of course, I can't be vocal about that when our whole store is celebrating the Noble Alliance's victories. Yes. Yes, it is. Good day. Can I recommend for you some of our fine wine? The nobility are burning holes in their wallets. They're spending so fast, we're almost out of stock. We'll have to order some more in before we run out. That still seems awfully glum, but if you ask me, the current state of the economy is a great thing. Might be at war, but we aren't the ones fighting. That's the soldiers. We have nothing to worry about. You have everything to worry about. Oh, okay. Lady Viola and Lady Azalin truly do spend a lot of time together. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised that they would run into one another here, seeing as how much they both love fashion. I fear they may end up talking for even longer than usual today, though. I'm going to have quite the challenge ahead of me trying to get them to return home before nightfall. Lady Viola, do remember that you have a party to attend to this evening. You may wish to end your spree for the day. Lady Viola, can you hear me? No. Oh, goodness. Valentine has new clothing in stock. How in the world do they manage to attain such a lovely design while making it feel so silky smooth? Simply can't get enough of it. Perhaps I should get something custom made with this material. It'll go well with some black mink fur. Should ask Viola for her thoughts too. Uh-huh. I can't handle all these soldiers in town. What should I do if one of them wants to talk to me? Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. I should be focusing on work. Right, I need to focus on work. Is there anything you need? Not from the looks of it. Not from the looks of it. Oh, my assets went and doubled over the past month. Clearly this is a sign that I should go on a shopping spree. Oh dear. Bring me my purse, Forster. We're buying more than you can carry, my good servant. Your sense of humor is on point as usual, my lady. You were joking, weren't you? I just can't find any boots that'll go well with my dress. Oh, how about these? They look like they might work wonderfully. I should ask Aseline what she thinks. Christie's is currently holding a commemorative fair to celebrate the Noble Alliance's multiple victories. Perhaps I should interest you in these luxurious shoes, modeled after Lord Rufus's own personal favourites. They're selling rather well, albeit only with the nobility. Lord Rufus's popularity really is something else. Wonder if we could turn him into a brand name. There's no doubt that the Noble Alliance continues victories are due to Lord Rufus's cunning strategies. It's only natural that his popularity has exploded recently. Yes, hasn't it just? Welcome. We currently have the latest in armaments for Roa in stock. The Noble Alliance certainly has been putting our weapons to good use, so perhaps you'd all like to update your equipment as well. Do forgive us for the prices. We have to make up for the taxes somehow. All regions under direct rule of the four great houses have been doing extremely well ever since this war broke out. Merely, hear what goes on in the other regions. The war is actually affecting them. Pray things aren't too terrible. Pray all you want, mate. They're kinda bad. They're kinda bad. I found out recently that the Master's household has a long history of being involved in military matters, which is why he seemed fit to join the front lines in the war. Truthfully, getting chores done has become much easier with him out of the house. Can't wait to finally clear out all the junk from our storage and have the floorboards in the study changed over. Anything's done when the Master is present proves to be difficult due to his indecisiveness. With his absence, I can finally go all out with my cleaning spree. Have fun? Welcome. We're currently holding a commemorative fair to celebrate the Noble Alliance's multiple victories. This store in particular has been around since the Middle Ages, so we have all sorts of books related to nobles. Feel free to peruse them if you feel so inclined. More and more people have started returning from Heimdall ever since this war broke out. Understandable too, considering things are far safer here. I wonder if the rumour of the Noble Alliance's non-aggression pact with Crossbell and Calvert is true, though. Hope it is, considering we don't have the fortress to protect us anymore. Yes. We get both of them. A Heart Handbook, boom. Get a few of them. 5% evade and crit is quite lovely. Wait, wasn't there a red exclamation in here? Yes, over here, but we'll leave Theresia alone for now. So we're going to head back to Artisan Street. See about going in here and seeing who's around. First, before we speak to the red exclamation over here, with Colette. Colette comes by to help with the store every once in a while. She's always so fascinated with our products too. It's kind of refreshing, really. Makes me want to put in that extra effort. The street as a whole has been way more cheerful ever since Colette showed up. We could all use some of that cheer too, seeing as how the taxes are draining us dry otherwise. What have we actually got here, though? It would be nice to get some of these pendulums. Could just straight up buy some more rogues. That could be good, and a few evergreens. I only need 2, don't I? Yeah, that'll do me good, I'm thinking... Because I've got a few around here, so if I get you guys both... I've really not got enough equipped on you, dear. Should really get that shorted? Shorted. Should get that shorted. Really, I should Oh, well, alright then. Let's end this part here then. That was the rounds done. So we'll go speak to all the red exclamations and see if we can find out where Yusus is then. In the next part. Ta-da for now!